Alright, what's up everybody? This is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, your Las Vegas realtor, bringing you another property tour. So today we are going to be exploring this resale home up here in the master plan community of Summerlin. And the name of this neighborhood, or I'm sorry, the name of this community is called The Ridges. Now, The Ridges is a armed guard gated community which is located on a golf course, Bears Best. Now, to get into this neighborhood, and the name of this neighborhood is called Sterling Ridge. Okay. Now, Sterling Ridge is also a gated community as well. So today we're going to be exploring this beautiful resale home by William Lyon Homes. This neighborhood was built around 2014. This property here, the asking price is $2,175,000. Was built in 2014. Features 4,888 square feet, 5 bedrooms and a loft, total 6 toilets, 3-car garage. So let's take a look at this property in detail. I definitely like the front veneer of the home with the stacked stone here. Kind of gives a warm feeling. Now, during the time of the build here, as you can see, we have the frosted glass for the garage doors. That was a upgrade during the time of the build. The elevation was also an upgrade here with the front. Now, I think there were about a total of 3 different elevations that you could have picked and choose from with this builder at that time. Now, for some of you guys that may not know, William Lyon Homes has sold their company to Taylor Morrison, and they were originally the designers of this home, okay, or actually for the builder. I do love this pivot door here. This pivot door is that 84-inch pivot door with a Yale system here, which is you just do a push here. Now, this is a nice pivot door. Take a look at this, 84 inches. Now, the original was not tinted. The windows were tinted on a aftermarket. Let me just shut this here. You also had a option to put a front railing here in the front, so that way you can block some privacy. But let me just turn this thing around real quick. Let's take it straight right into it, so that way you guys can see exactly what is going on. This is a beautiful home. Take a look at this. Definitely have the loft style. Gorgeous, right? Master bedroom on the first floor. But we're going to start back over here into the front. There's a couple things I want you to take a look at, okay? As we enter through this pivot door, you do have this beautiful chandelier. I do love the storefront glass. All the railings were an upgrade. Okay. So we'll start off on this side here. You have a 3-inch on the casing. The door was a modern upgrade at the time. Here's your half bath. You got the floating vanity, 36 inches with a sink above, which is really nice. And let's take a look at the faucet here. Definitely need to turn my light because it is a little bit dark. Here we go. You got your framed in mirror, and it looks like all the toilets are gray throughout the house. Here's your alarm system. All right, let's go in here. So here we have a suite. You do have speakers and the 4-can lighting on here, which is I do like, and I do love the tray ceiling. So you got 2 speakers. It is a 2-tone paint with a 5-inch straight edge on the baseboards here. So let's take a look at this. If you guys want more information regarding this property, click on the link in the description below. Also, I will have the 3D tour too as well, so that way you can personally walk through the property. This one does have a thermostat on its own. Looks like the installers here were Sierra Air at the time. This is a Honeywell thermostat. This is a digital. I'd probably get rid of this and do the Bluetooth that can connect to your phone. Looks like this room does have a jumper, which is really nice. It's a jumper duct. Okay. On the straight edge, on the cornering right here, you do have a flat texture, which is, it's very hard to do this type of texture because the walls have to be completely straight, especially with the straight edge baseboards here. So we do look like we have a couple little scuff marks here, but remember, on the resale we can negotiate and get you some credit here. So this one is a junior suite. You got your floating vanity with a undermounted sink here. You have the same faucet, which is the Monin. Okay. Looks like they added some tile, 12 by 24 tile here, and some glass tile. You got your medicine cabinet. You do have a option to do the medicine cabinet, okay? Oh, you know what? I see some pennies here. Let me just take one of these pennies for a second. And the reason why I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna show you guys something, okay? And this is gonna be very important, so stay tuned. Also, I've noticed that on this build they use 2x6, which is really nice, instead of 2x4. It is a little bit dark in here in the video. This is a built-in closet here. This is probably 5x6, so I mean it is a pretty decent size. And I take it this is more for probably for your guest or maybe a mother-in-law, father-in-law, who knows. Okay. This home is facing north, so your sun exposure is going to be out here in the front. Typically this closet would be used as a AV room. Yep. How do I know that? Because I've sold a bunch of these homes in here. Now you can feel how hot it is, and that's the reason why they have this fan. So one tip that I want to share with you, and this is also very important, if you're going to create a designated AV room, especially you're going to have a home this size, you have to have an AV room, which is audio and video. You should already have an exhaust fan up here and have that circulating on a consistent basis. Because if not, what happens is this room bakes really, really hard. So we're gonna come into the one-car garage, okay? Now this is more to park your golf cart, because this is a golf course community, okay? Now, if you had a nice hot rod that you don't take out all the time, it's very nice that you can park this in here. They did do the epoxy on the flooring, which is really nice. And again, the glass here, right, with the aluminum framing, which is really nice, just due to the fact that it just gives you that nice clean look. And I love how there's a lot of light in here. You have your side access that takes you out into the back of your home here, okay? I mean, this is gorgeous. I do like this. Now, you do have a Life Master garage door opener. This is not a belt drive. This is a chain drive. I would prefer a belt drive. Let's see if how leveled this garage door is. Can you see here? Can you hear how loud it is? Because this is a belt drive and it gets a little bit loud. Also, every once in a while, you should have your garage guy come on out here and also adjust the wheels too. Like these wheels here are a hard type of wheel. Now they make the wheels where it's more of a rubbery type, and it rolls a little bit more smooth. So these things could actually be adjusted, and you can actually do some upgrades to this where it's gonna sound a lot more smoother, especially with that belt drive, okay? So these are things that I would probably take a look at here. We have 10-foot ceilings on the first. Now, let's take a look at this. I love the fact that you have a nice little picture or artwork that you can put here. Now, we do have some beautiful ceramic tile. This is not porcelain. This is a ceramic tile with a finished gloss on here. A couple things on a finished gloss. what happens is if you walk around bare feet, right, this thing's gonna get dirty and messy all the time. Also, this was cut on a diamond cut. So what I mean by this is a diamond cut as you walk in, it's cut diagonally, so it gives you more of that custom look. These are 25 by 25 on the tile. However, I've noticed that some parts are dark. It could have probably been sealed, but when you seal some grout, it always needs to be sealed like every single year or every other year. And also they're making grout now that when you add the grout into, once you add the grout, the seal is already into the grout. So that's something to take a look at. Also, I want you to take a look at this. This tile right here is a straight edge tile. You can do a round tile. A lot of builders will do the round tile because it's easier to float the tile. But this is a straight edge tile, which makes it very hard to float. So if you take your finger right here, you can feel how like one side is higher than the other. So here's the thing, if you're gonna do an aftermarket, right, you're gonna come in and you are going to have a tile guy to tile it in. Make sure you get the right type of tile. If you do this tile, that's completely fine. You just gotta make sure that guy is very good at what he does on floating the tile. That's where this penny actually comes in, because the tile grout line here is only 1/8 of an inch. The tighter the grout line is, the harder it is to float. The wider it is on the grout line is easier to float. If it's a straight edge, makes it a lot harder. If it's a bull nose, makes it a lot easier. So those are the compensating factors. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, right, penny, and we're gonna take a look. Does this thing glide all the way through without getting hiccup? Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, did you see that? So it looks like it didn't glide that great, right? Now I could have probably messed up on the throw, so I'm gonna try this again. Okay, so floating tile is very hard to do because that thing should have glide all the way across. However, you're probably not going to catch it, and it's not a big deal, right? Not at all. Because when you're walking, you probably won't feel it, but these are attention to details, especially if you're going to hire a tile guy to come on in. You're going to want to see exactly, right, what you are being charged per square foot. So if you're getting charged for like $1.50 per square foot, especially laying this type of tile, then that's probably somebody that I probably wouldn't use, okay? This is where you need to have attention to detail, and you need to see, is it even worth it to you? Could you get away with it? Yeah, all day long. Here's the thing. It's not about picking this apart. It's about educating you as a consumer, okay? You probably would have never known this, right? And the owners probably don't even know it, which is completely fine. And there's nothing wrong with it, because I can walk in and you can't feel it. It's just how picky do you want to get, right? Oh, what the? All right, so let's take a look at this kitchen here. So we have this beautiful island. This is a quartz countertop. So it looks like they went with the brown theme. On the waterfall here, they did a 2-inch. Here's the thing, normally developers will only give you a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, but then when you do the waterfall, you gotta do at least a 2-inch here, because if not, it would actually break. Now, they cut this into 3 pieces. I prefer to have 1 piece, okay? That's another thing that you need to take a look at. This one has 2 seams. You do have the under-mounted sink here as well, okay? Nice fixture. You do have the push button for the garbage disposal, that was an upgrade during the time of the build. And original garbage disposal, it looks like 1 horsepower on here, okay? And it looks like we have a main line. So what this has, and you should also take a look at this right here. This is actually a filter for your gas, right? For your T-trap. So not all builders will add that in. I definitely do like that feature. That's something that I would probably add in the long run. Also on your supply line here, it looks like you have your air gap right here. So this reduces the air inside the line, because you never want air in the line. That's really nice. Soft closing cabinets. We do have full overlay cabinets. It's not the European style cabinets. European style cabinets are more like a gray, and it's more of a thermophobe. Okay, these are all original dovetails. You automatically get dovetails with this builder. Soft closing cabinets, cook countertops here. This is a 36-inch 5 burner with a Nice range. You do have some LED lights underneath. I know it's a little bit dark, so I do apologize. You have the Bosch double stack microwave. Your oven is going, I'm sorry, your oven here and also your microwave. You got your frosted glass. Let's take a look at this. Soft closing. Now, I do love the windows here on both sides. That's very nice. Again, you got your tray ceiling, 1 foot on the tray. Then you had the option during the time of this build, so they spent the money wisely on here. They did the built-in refrigerator on this, and this is really nice. This is the Thermodor refrigerator. So this one looks seamless with the stainless steel. Actually, this is the brushed nickel, not the stainless steel. That looks really nice. Okay. Now let's take a look at the pantry here. Coming into the pantry, built-ins, okay, decent size. All right, so what this looks like here, it looks like they do have a Wi-Fi connection throughout of the home here, okay. Now, looks like we got some discoloration right here. I'm not too sure what that is. You got the two-tone paint. Now we're gonna come in here. We're gonna take a look at the media room. You got the 4-can lighting on the media room. Let me open this up a little bit more here. I should have probably did that. I thought I prepped for this home. Apparently I didn't. Here we go. Looks like you got your 5.0 surround sound. You do have your pool here, which is really nice. You got your 12-foot slide, dual pane windows, okay. Now these are not zero thresholds on the slide, but that's okay. Now these are not pocket doors, but this will open up. And this is how you open this up. Pull this up, push this knob, and you pull. Oh shit. Always having problems with this thing. Look at this. I'm such a big dummy. It's on red. It's got to go green, you big dummy. It's all dummy sometimes. There you go, you big dumb. All right, so this thing's going to slide open really nice. Okay. Now, we're going to come back on this side, but we're not going to open that just yet because we've got more to explore. So if we see here, this was all an upgrade in the built-in at the time. They did the quartz countertops with the built-in, right? You got your wine. And coming into the formal dining area. Again, we got 10-foot ceilings. And on the tray is 11, okay? On the inside of the tray. Now, if you notice, this home has surround sounds throughout, and this is a pretty decent size. And I love how this just opens completely up. All right, so we're gonna go back here now. So here was the kitchen, there was the pantry. So now we're gonna come here to the prep station, okay? Prep station leads into the laundry room. Okay, washer, dryer, and take a look at this right here. Made from Sweden. So it looks like you put your clothes in here and it automatically irons your clothes for you. Interesting. Let me come over here. So we have our sink. Our standard. Right here we have our power box, okay? Coming into our 2-car garage. So, you have a 2-car garage here. So it looks like you have a 6-inch span here, 2 feet here, 6 inches here. So the driver is on the left-hand side. So as you pull in, this would probably be your main parking stall. This one, not so much, because as you pull in, it's going to be very hard for you to get out. Okay? Very interesting. So we have your soft water loop here, which is great. Epoxy flooring, 2-car garage, access to the outside. Then we have your valve for your hot water heater, but the hot water heater is not here. But this is your circulation valve. This is to circulate the hot water through the house. So does that mean it's on this side? Let's take a look. It's time to investigate. Okay, so that's what this is right here. So you have the 2 tankless water heater, and we talked about this with the tankless water heater. You need to make sure that it is enough to supply 4,888 square feet of home, should everybody take a shower at one time. Remember, there are 6 bathrooms here. So what this is right here is the built-in, right, tankless water heater. Okay, now what this is definitely an upgrade, and this is something that you may want to consider. So this is a component to circulate the hot water, and also you can have the hot water turn on certain times of the day instead of consistently running. Okay, and that's going to help save gas and also electricity. All right, let's come back in here. Let's go through this way. Now, let's take a look at this. This right here, completely nice upgrade here during the time. This fireplace, this is a 60-inch fireplace. I'm not too sure what the brand is, but your switches is right here. Let me just kind of show you how this works. You can change the color. All right, look at that. That's nice, right? We'll leave it on red. Okay. And take a look at that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And I do apologize if this video is a little bit longer than usual. Well, I guess all my videos are long. It is what it is. So, right here we have a pocket door. Okay. This is a 16-foot pocket door. So I'm going to open this up really quickly so that way you guys can see exactly what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is leave this camera right here. Give me just a second. Open this thing up. Every once in a while, you're going to have to clean out this track. You don't really have an option. I mean, it's just something that you're going to have to do. In addition to that, when you do clean out that track, they do have a product at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's a certain type of grease that goes on the wheels. Never use WD-40. You will ruin your tracks. Now, let's take a look at this. As we come outside to the pergola, or not the pergola, but the covered patio here. As you can see, we have 16 by 16 tile here. Now this is a recyclable tile, which is really nice. What you'll see is if you get like a little seashells and stuff like that in here, which is really nice. I do like that. Here is the entry to the master. They did the surround sounds, and I also love the heaters that they do have here too as well. So they did a pretty good job. I do love the style of this home. Now here's the pool. All right, custom pool. You got the pop-ups. You got the fireplace that comes through there, above there too as well. Then you got waterfalls that come. All right, you do have a nice seat, and I love how large this jacuzzi is. And you have the infinity pool for the jacuzzi. As you can see, the calcium has been built up. The pool is not running right now, and there's a reason why, and I'll show you that in a minute. Now the other thing is that when you do build a pool, there's one thing that I want you to understand with building a pool, and this has to do with vegetation. Now these trees right here, I'm not too sure what the name of these trees are, but if you're going to build a pool, make sure to see if your neighbors have these trees, because these freaking things, man, this is what happens. You never want to clog up the pool because you end up clogging up your filters, okay? Now, when you have trees that are hanging into your property line, okay, remember this word. It's called encroachment, okay? So what happens is now your neighbor's properties, trees are coming over onto your trees, and that could cause a problem. Now, how do you fix that problem? That's something that you're probably going to have to reach on out to your HOAs, but be really cool about it. But remember, the HOAs can only do so much. Now, when you have an encroachment like that, you can also just talk to your neighbors too as well. They'll probably help you out and cut off those trees because you don't want to damage your pool. I do love the 2 feet eaves right here. That's really nice. And it looks like it has some outlets here for some reason. That's probably for pre-wire for future cameras. That's something that I would probably check with your home inspector. Have them run that wire and see exactly what it is. Wow, they spent all this money on this river rock. Oh, excuse me, folks. Let's take a look here what we got. We got 2 Lennox air conditioning units. Okay, that was the side access for the garage for the front there. All right, so we're gonna come back here. All right, let's go do some exploring. Has some lights. It looks like it has some misters too as well. I do like this roll down shade here. I love this pool. This pool definitely has potential. The thing about with the pool, with the tile and all that stuff, when you have the sun starts to like expose, right, and starts beating up on the tile, it really does wear and tear. So you really gotta get your pool maintained. It's like a pool's like a car, man. You gotta keep it going. You know, change the oil on a consistent basis. Here's your barbecue area. This is a full built-in, which is really nice. Okay, I'm not going to get into that, but we're going to go to the side yard here. So you do have this nice little putting green, which is really nice. Okay. Now on the side of the home here, you do have like discoloration on the colors, and I'm not too sure why, but I do love the two-tone on the paint and also the texture here as well. You got 2 air conditioning units. The sidewalk here has been epoxy, which is really nice. And let me just show you the 2 type of stucco here. So as you can see, this is more of a light sprayed, then you have more of a thick spray. Now do you see this little line here? Okay, when you see these hair fractures, don't be afraid of the hair fractures, because what happens is it contracts and it expands. Now, according to the home inspector, if you can literally fit a nickel in it, then there could be possibly be a problem. So don't be afraid of it. That also happens to my home. Here's the pool equipment right here. Okay, now it looks like we have some sort of filter here. Not too sure. Oh, that's actually for the misters. That's what that is. So here is the pool equipment. Aqualink. Aqualink is also a good brand too as well. However, with Aqualink, with this system here, you should be able to connect everything through a Bluetooth, but you have to buy that hardware. Here it looks like the pool pump was disconnected for some reason. I'm not too sure. Here's the heater. So that's the reason why the pool is probably not working right now. Okay. Now let's go back into the home because it is getting a little bit hot. And I understand that this video is a little bit long, and I mean, it is what it is, but I'm also trying to educate you guys through the process as well. So just bear with me. Okay. Now let's go into the master bedroom, and we'll finish off this video as fast as we can. Here's the master. Master is very large. I'm gonna say the master is probably 20 by 18. And you got a reverse tray, which is a 1-inch reverse tray here. You do have an air filter here, and also it looks like you do have 2 supply lines here. And then you have your 48-inch fireplace. Let's take a look at the stonework here. Oh, I love the stonework, and I love the trim on here. A lot of people won't add trim. Here's your door to exit, and also you got the new merch. Let me know, that's an upgrade. That's right, get your merch. Click on the link in the description below. Help support the channel. Other than that, oh, you know what? The other thing is that your friends and family, have them subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. All right, coming into the bathroom. So we have one vanity here. It's a floating vanity. I definitely would probably add some LED lights underneath. I love the pull-outs here. Okay. Again, we have the under-mounted sink. It's kind of like that gray color. Okay. Here, you have a storage, but I believe during the time of the build here, you had an option to add a toilet, a second toilet, which is I would have done a second toilet here. I do love the deep bathtub right here. It's like a pool. Take a look at that mirror, all right? And look at this, you got tile all the way up on the shower. And the cool thing about this is, take a look at this. Here's your hook for your your towels. Let's take a look at the tile. Wow, this thing's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shower heads, 7 total. Okay, it's got 2 benches, 1 on each side, and everything's all digital, which is great. So you got the floating vanity again, same thing. Frosted glass brings in a lot of light, and you got your water closet. And take a look at this custom. I know it's a little bit dark, folks. I don't want to drop the ISO on here, because when you start messing with the ISO on the camera, what tends to happen is it gets more grainy, because we're shooting at 1080, 60 frames per second. And that's for all you people out there that are starting to do video tours. Trying to hook you guys up. Now, let's go back. That piece of metal right there is kind of wobbly, but that looks like it could be fixed. Now, this is very, very expensive. Just to frame this out alone, okay, with the steel, right, double stem staircase. If not, during the time of the build, what this would have just been one big closet. So let's go up here. Nice and solid. And I love how it's separate from the wall here. That's pretty sick. So as we come up to the second floor, let me take a look at this. Gorgeous, right? We'll start off on this side. See what we got. Now take a look at this. Attention to detail. Look at this steam stone on the back side. Okay? Look at the felt. The felt looks like river rock. See, that's attention to detail right there. What do we got here? Lennox furnace. Nice and cool here. So we have another junior suite with a balcony. This room looks to be about, I would say, maybe 13 by 15. You do got surround sound, 4-can lighting, pre-wired for the ceiling fan. Looks like your TV obviously is gonna go here. You have a nice 8-foot slide. Nice and heavy slides, quality slides here. Here's the front balcony of the home. Looks like we got some cracks here. That's not a big deal. Easy fix. Now, homes in this neighborhood are very expensive. It is not cheap. So for $2,175,000, it's not bad. But I mean, overall, I mean, it does have deferred maintenance because nobody lives here right now, right? But this is all stuff that you can get credit and negotiate with the seller, and that doesn't hurt. Always ask for a credit. The answer is no until you ask. You never know. Okay, so we just got some storage here. Oh, I got to finish up this video as fast as I can because we're going way too long on it. And I know the attention span on YouTube is only about 7 minutes per video here. So you do have a nice little loft area here. Looks like they did a, what do you call, 48-inch right here. I don't know why they did 40-inch on the floating on that. That doesn't make any sense. Normally it's 60 inches, but I guess this makes sense because you put your TV right here. You're sitting down right here. Now let's go into this bedroom here. Oh, why wasn't the lights turned on? Come on. So this room is a little bit bigger than the other room. You got 10-foot ceilings again. Coming into the private bathroom, junior suite. Okay. Standard, looks like tile. Okay. Wow. So it looks like they went with the standard grout here during the time of the build. Let's go take a look at this. Now this is a pretty large balcony, I would say. Storage here, interesting. Carpet there. Okay. Got your thermostat right here. Let's take a look here. Alright, so I mean, this is just a built-in. It's a little bit hard to see. Now let's come around this way into the last one. Same thing. Thermostat, okay. 4-can lighting, pre-wire ceiling fan. Got your sink, 3/4 bath. Shower's the same as the others. What do we got here? Linen closet. Then we got the balcony in the back. Here's the main road right here for the ridges. It kind of loops around, goes around this way, back that way. So there's only 2 ways in. More storage again. Okay, this is our furnace again. Now let's come back in here. And we're gonna finish up this video. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please tell all your friends and family. I've noticed that the subscriber count has slowed down to about 3,500 a month. We were getting like 1,500 a month, 15,000 a month. Don't know what's going on with that. But we're about to hit 176,000 subscribers, and that's because of each and every one of you guys. Also, I wanted to say I really do appreciate everything. I feel so blessed. And you know what? I'm going to give you the bless right back. So, whatever your wishes and desires are, I hope they come and pass. Hard work pays off, we know that. Alright guys, that's pretty much for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Visit lvhomeexperts.com. It is a great website to get started. I really do, again, appreciate each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Chakits Krulsawat. Have a blessed day.